Yo, in this video, I want to talk about three big mistakes that kept me small for months. First one, maintaining for too long. So, when I first started training for the first few months, I didn't bulk. I just trained and didn't really care about nutrition. But then afterwards, around the summer holidays in 2022, I actually started bulking, my first bulk, and I gained a lot of weight very fast and a lot of muscle. Like my body just transformed. I remember before the summer holidays, and after some holidays, I was actually 8 kilograms heavier than before the summer holidays, and I looked completely different. The t-shirts that used to be normal on me were now a little bit small, and yeah, I really remember my body changed a lot in just 6 weeks. So I gained 8 kilograms in 6 weeks. So of course, I gained weight too quickly, of course, but it helped me build a lot of muscle because if I just maintain, I just stayed at the same weight for those first few months, I wouldn't have gained close to as much muscle as I gained at that time. But the mistake that I made is afterwards, after that first bulk, I stayed there for months and months and months without bulking, without gaining weight, without eating in a surplus. And I just realized with time that eating in a surplus is actually so overpowered. It could be actually more important than actually the training tips that I can give you. You need to be eating in a surplus whilst of course, whilst you're training correctly with the right form and all those things. But just bulking is absolutely overpowered. So recently I started bulking again, but I recently stopped after just 4 months because I have some digestive issues that I want to like get rid of before I bulk again. So I'll first take care of these issues before I start bulking again. But I just know how overpowered it is because when I stay there and just try to maintain, I don't build close to as much muscle as I do when I'm actually eating in a surplus. So yeah. The second one, not progressively overloading. I remember just a few months ago, or over a year ago, I was like in the middle of my biggest plateau ever. So I was there training consistently still. I was still training consistently every day. I was training. But the big mistake that I was making is every day, every time I would come back and do the exact same thing that I did last week. So if, for example, last week I did dips, maybe on the first set, I did 8 reps of dips, of deep range of motion dips. I would come back this week and repeat that exact same amount of reps with the exact same weight. I would never even try to progressively overload it because my mindset at the time was, because I'd heard so much about how different bodybuilding and powerlifting are, I sat and judged myself. Yeah, bodybuilding and powerlifting are so different, and progressively overloading, getting stronger in the gym doesn't matter for me. It doesn't matter because I'm focused on bodybuilding. My main goal is bodybuilding, so strength isn't like a proponent or um, something to track, something I should even focus on because my goal is to build bigger muscles. But that was a big mistake. That was a big, big mistake. And the simple reason why I wasn't progressively overloading is because I wasn't even trying to progressively overload. I didn't even have the intention to try to add weight, add reps. But just the second I just started really intentionally trying to get stronger, intentionally coming in and trying to do more than I did on the last session, it just unlocked that bottleneck. I started progressing again. I started gaining strength again and gaining muscle as well. Let me just give you an analogy that would just, I think, drive the point home for you. If you imagine you do bicep curls, it's the main exercise you do for your biceps. You do it 2 times per week for like 3 sets. Imagine today you do bicep curls with 20 kilograms. So just a barbell, a bicep curl with just a barbell, no extra weight, just a barbell. 20 kilograms, you do 5 reps or 7 reps on the first set. Now imagine fast forward 10 months from now. If you're still doing bicep curls with 20 kilograms for 7 reps on the first set, how do you then expect your biceps to get any bigger? Like when I say that it's just obvious. But I couldn't even, at the time I was so stubborn and I was so convinced that bodybuilding and powerlifting were completely different and none of the philosophies and training principles from powerlifting apply to bodybuilding. So that's why I was so stubborn and I never even tried to progressively overload. And that's the simple reason why I spent months and months and months plateauing, not making progress. Because I wasn't even intentionally trying to make progress. I just thought to myself, okay, I'm just gonna stimulate the muscle. In my head, it was just, okay, just stimulate the muscle by training and you'll get bigger. Doesn't matter if you don't get stronger. Doesn't matter if you don't add reps. Doesn't matter if you don't add weights. It will just get magically stronger. No, that's not how it works. The last one is just having a closed or, yeah, having a closed mindset. I had this mindset of, yeah, barbells are king, dumbbells and machines are just an afterthought. If I want to build as much muscle as possible, I should just focus on barbell exercises. That was just a dumb mindset that I had. Because when I first started going to the gym, I just had this, weird mindset. I don't know why. That barbells were superior, and then secondly came the dumbbells, like exercise, and the machines were last. Machines were just an afterthought. But that was, or cables were just an afterthought. That was just a very close mindset. And I had this mindset firstly because I just wanted to save time. Sometimes it was just, at least with barbells, I could always use it. Doesn't matter how many people were in the gym, I could just find barbells and just perform the exercise that I need to do. But with dumbbells or with machines or cables, most of the time, especially on days where the gym is really full, there's a high likelihood that someone else already using, or the high likelihood that someone's already using the dumbbells that you want to use is higher, or the machine that you want to use is higher. So I didn't like to wait for someone to finish. So that was one of the reasons why. But I just genuinely believed that it was the case because I had seen some videos from Alex Leonidas and other YouTubers saying, "Oh yeah, barbells are king. Yeah, do barbell squats, do this and this and this." And I just felt like these barbell exercises, were just superior. That you're just a better, you just become a better athlete if you just did barbell exercises and you just minimize how often you use dumbbells or machines or cables. But my mindset had completely shifted. I now still use machines. Like, of course, I don't just fill my workouts with just machines and cables. I still use barbells for certain exercises. I still use dumbbells. But I also use machines. I also use cables. So I'm not as, I've matured a little bit when it came to my training. I'm not as stubborn. I'm not as close-minded in my training. I've opened my mindset and my view to other possibilities. So that was the last mistake. Hope you just found this video valuable. Hope it helped in any way, and hope you avoid these three mistakes. And you don't hit the same plateaus that I did for months and months and months because of the mistakes that I made. So yeah, hope you found this valuable. If you want more help from me and you're interested in one-to-one fitness coaching, then just click the first link in the description. Don't want to convert. Chase it.